Welcome, everyone, to this edition of the Weird World podcast. I'm Dean.
I'm Emma.
I'm Carrie.
I'm your host. I have some guests here with me.
You're not the host.
Shut up.
And it's not an edition, it's an episode.
You're killing me. So, today Carrie is going to bring us something, well, a little conspiratorial, definitely weird. And
A
also,
little conspiratorial?
Well, a lot conspiratorial and a lot weird. And something that apparently is gaining a little bit of traction out there in the interwebs and social media. Am I right?
I don't know.
I think it is. I've heard of it. So
They say it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall we begin?
Yes, please.
We are going...
Wait, I want to do some light banter beforehand.
Okay.
What's going on lately?
How's
Shut up.
COVID-19
Stop it.
treating everybody at this table?
That's just weird. It's not.
What?
Thankfully.
I know.
Okay.
Thank God.
Can I tell you my pet peeve? Emma knows
Oh
it.
my
I was
God.
kidding about the banter, but go ahead.
People keep talking about being in quarantine.
Yes,
Like
that is
this
Carrie's-
whole thing is quarantine. We're not quarantined because we can't go to a restaurant.
If you're leaving the house, you're not quarantined. Some people are. Some people are really not.
Of course they
leaving
are.
The house,
but everybody says they're quarantined. You're only quarantined if you've traveled and somebody has told you to stay in your home for 14 days.
She's very-
not the
she's-
only reason.
she's not the only reason, no, but she's
No,
got a-
that's one of the only
Yes.
reasons.
Well, do you know the meaning of the word only?
Well, I was going to list all the only reasons,
Why
but
don't
I
you not?
just petered
Weren't
out.
we going to have a podcast?
Huh?
Weren't we?
This is a podcast.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to go back a little ways in history.
Timeline?
1947.
1947.
With the founding of the CIA. This is going to be a story of corrupt government doing evil things
Really?
and hiding it from
Shocker.
us.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all they do, apparently.
Yeah.
You believe.
So in 1947, the CIA was founded, and one of its primary reasons for being founded was to surveil American citizens suspected of being communists.
And that's part of the conspiracy theory that you're formulating here or telling us about? Mm-hmm. Okay, because that's fundamentally not true. In fact, they're banned from having any activity whatsoever on United States soil.
Yeah, but they're the CIA, Dean.
So they ignore that ban that has been with them since their inception.
I'm pretty sure they're also banned from assassinating foreign leaders, and right?
They
Wait.
farmed that out, Carrie, so they don't
So-
actually...
Oh, so then it's okay.
Yeah, they don't put the poison in Fidel's cigars, all right? Someone else did it for them. But no, they don't. It's a very, very serious thing if they did anything on U.S. soil, and they don't and never have. But go ahead. I love it so far. I love it. If conspiracy theories didn't ignore reality, we wouldn't have conspiracy
That's
theories.
true.
Oh, wait a second. Wouldn't that be? Never mind.
So after about 5 years, they really weren't doing too well with uncovering communist Americans.
Well, I don't think they're trying hard enough.
But
McCarthy found them everywhere.
correct. But by the early 50s, obviously because of McCarthy and all that kind of stuff, people were very worried about communism. And so the need to have a really good tracking system and surveillance system was very apparent.
It's huge, yeah.
And then in 1951, with the arrest of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg for being spies for the Soviet Union, that kind of got the whole thing going. People were even more worried that there were more, more spies.
I mean, so I'm assuming at some point we're going to have some kind of a vaccine that shoots things into your
Probably.
nose and hence to your brain and can track you. But how old was Bill Gates in 1951?
He probably wasn't even born yet.
Carrie took that way too seriously.
So, in 1953, Alan Dulles, we know him because he's got an airport named after him.
Yes, he does, even though he was a monster.
You'll learn what a monster he was.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
He was made the first civilian director of the CIA, and it became his mission to really start this surveillance program. He wanted to hide cameras in thousands of locations all around the country. And he started ordering CIA staff to start figuring out places to put them where they wouldn't be able to be detected.
Nowadays, we just have cell phone things. How is there not a huge conspiracy theory that cell phone towers are not just mass spying network? Is that a conspiracy theory? B, if it's not, get on it, internet.
I know.
Credit me.
People just think they're killing us.
Yeah,
From
but
cancer and stuff.
yeah, that's all fine. They can do that too. Poke counts less dust, as Jack would say. But it seems obvious. I mean, they're everywhere. They're electronic. They are communication devices. They're spying on us. How is that not a thing? I'm shocked that's not a thing.
Maybe it is. It just
Maybe it
hasn't
is.
gained a bunch of traction.
Well, let's help that out.
Yeah, I'll bet you if you Google it, you'll find something.
Damn.
Well, so anyway, in April 1956, Dulles met with the president, Dwight D. Eisenhower, and proposed his plan to put cameras in the sky.
Cameras in the sky.
Yeah, much more efficient, right?
Yeah.
To track people than having, because as people are moving throughout the city, you'd have to switch from camera on this corner to the camera in front of that store to the camera on the next corner.
Yeah, but if you watch any television series, that seems like it's incredibly easy, and they all do it. And
Yeah.
everybody has that capability.
Mostly in England,
Yeah, I think
not
everywhere.
so much around here.
Again, on TV, it sure seems like that's
Yeah,
true.
I know. Well, so Eisenhower thought it sounded like a great idea.
Sure.
He told Dulles, you get to working on that, come back and see me when you figured out how to do it. So Dulles left the White House, immediately went to a secret location and had a meeting with various members of his inner circle to figure it out and come up with a plan.
A secret location, huh?
Uh-huh.
That does make it sound more sinister, even though they could just go to the CIA headquarters.
Well,
A secure location that they don't know about, and they'd actually be there already.
this is when they came up with their plan to kill all the birds
What?
Oh.
and replace them with flying cameras.
All
Yes.
the birds?
All the birds.
Replaced
I
with
know
flying
this.
cameras. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did know about this.
I know this conspiracy
Vaguely,
theory.
again.
Robot birds.
Robot birds. So cameras in the sky and robot birds. Why did they have to replace all the birds? Were they afraid the robot birds, the real birds might try to mate with the robot birds and disable them possibly?
I don't think so, but this theory says that Dulles and a lot of the people that worked with him at the CIA hated birds
What?
Yeah,
because there were a lot of them in Washington, D.C.,
that is solid. That is solid.
and
Okay.
they'd poop all over their cars and stuff.
Yeah. So it's like
my
it's like a
God.
twofer.
Yeah,
I hate birds. We need cameras in the sky. This is a win-win, people.
literally.
So birds
They
are
were
all
killing two birds with one stone.
Oh, nice.
So they were going to have to figure out how to build these robot birds and make billions of them.
That's the hard. That's let the engineers take. I'm just the idea guy. Okay, here's what
yep.
we're gonna do. We're gonna kill all the birds. We're gonna put robot birds. We're gonna have cameras in them. You guys figure out the rest.
Yep.
It's like Steve Jobs. That's basically what he did.
So basically, apparently Eisenhower approved this plan, and between 1959 and 1971, the government killed over 12 billion birds.
Okay. 12 billion bird kills. How'd they do that without us knowing?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Took about a year from that first initial secret meeting in the undisclosed location to when the next year in 1957, Dulles met with a man from Boeing Airlines.
Boeing, of course.
And
we know people who
order.
work at Boeing, so
Yeah.
and I think they would kill birds.
I know.
Probably.
No, we can't blame Boeing
Oh, okay.
because Dulles, I'll tell you why. He ordered 120 B-52 bombers.
Okay. That seems like
And
not super efficient way to kill 12 billion birds, but
they
I'm
had,
listening.
you'll see how. No, they're not bombing the birds.
I thought they might be bombing the birds.
No.
That would
So this plan had to be super secret.
Yeah.
So the planes couldn't be built in Seattle, where I guess Boeing was at this time. So I'm sure they probably still do have some in Seattle. But
They do.
anyway, So he came up with a plan to have all the aircraft constructed in Area 51.
When is Skinwalker Ranch going to come in, and then Roswell, and then New Hampshire, where Betty and Barney were.
So they
asleep in
found,
the car?
they found 23 men from Boeing's engineering department.
Was this anywhere near Bluff Creek? And is there going to be a Bigfoot?
Oh,
Darn.
no.
Darn.
But so they had to travel from Seattle to Area 51 in Nevada. So they got an old and they had to like be a little bit incognito.
Okay, you could drive.
No, they did drive.
Okay.
They drove. They got an old school bus.
Oh,
so
okay.
they all
you,
went
you
together.
know what you could drive? A car, a normal car with the Groucho Marx mustache. Granted, but
They all had to go together.
okay.
And so they took out all the seats from the bus and they put in
feel like-
couches and rugs.
Whoever
and
made this
What?
up was just like every time someone would say something, did they go together? Yeah. How did they go together? Oh shit, let me think of something. A bus. They had to use a bus though because they had to go together. That's why they used a bus.
Sounds very hippie-like though.
It does. What year was
For
this?
57.
Oh, well, beatnik.
Yes. Well, they weren't, they knew that this was supposed to be a secret project for the government,
Obviously.
but they weren't doing a super good job. They attracted a lot of attention on their way there.
In the bus
Yes.
with couches.
Yeah.
Okay, that's shocking.
Yeah.
So they hired 23, only 22 made it
Okay.
Oh God.
because one guy,
Died?
Neil Ford, no, he didn't die, but he was so annoying
Okay.
to everybody else on the bus.
They tossed him out.
They left him in a Waffle House bathroom.
A Waffle House?
Yeah,
A Waffle House on the way from Washington to Nevada. Did the person who came with this theory just bother to look up the Waffle House website and see if there are
1957?
any Waffle Houses? I'm assuming it's the actual Waffle House or just a Waffle House,
Oh, a
generically.
Waffle House.
Okay,
Yeah.
not the Waffle House because they're in the South.
I'm sure there's Waffle Houses all over the country.
You know what I mean? There's a restaurant called the Waffle House, Carrie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Also, why is this an important detail? Like, why did?
Because I like waffles.
No, I'm talking about
Because
why does
Oh.
it matter that some guy was so annoying?
You'll find out.
Yeah, because Neil Ford is the only surviving member of the original 23 engineers who could talk about it.
Okay.
And
Makes
he
sense.
he did talk about it
Not
shortly.
sure why he could talk about it. Just because you get kicked out for being annoying doesn't mean you can tell top secret information.
Well, he didn't have any top secret information
Sure he
because he
did.
didn't make it.
He knew
didn't
they were
make it
going
the
to
thing.
figure out how to kill a bunch of birds, though, right?
No, he
Oh,
didn't know that.
They just said, let's go to Nevada in a bus. We'll tell you what you do when you get there.
Yes.
Okay, he's a
I
trusting
mean, they
man.
knew they were going. They had to build these B-52 bombers, but
Oh, okay.
that's all they knew.
All right.
They didn't know what it was for.
And they couldn't do them in the actual
No.
airplane manufacturing facilities they had in Seattle already.
No, because there were going to be some modifications, obviously.
Got it.
So Neil was the only surviving member of those original 23 engineers, and so he spoke before his death in 1994. And
you,
he,
Neil.
because he couldn't tell things, things he didn't know because he didn't learn about it, but he knew that when Dulles was recruiting the engineers from Boeing, that they specifically wanted men who didn't have families.
So he knows that they had a bus. They were going to do something with B-52s, and they couldn't have families. That's not that explosive of a story.
Well, because he also knew that after the project was done, the other 22 men disappeared. And
That would make me nervous.
they were never heard from again. That's why they wanted ones with no families where people wouldn't notice.
Here's the thing. They know he existed. They know he knew something about it. But they'd go ahead and let him live. It's kind of like when the Army let the filmmaker, the Army photographer, keep the footage of the alien autopsy because they just kind of forgot about it. Got lost in the shuffle.
Well, so those 22 remaining engineers went to Area 51, and they were tasked with designing and building a new version of the B-52 called the B-52B.
Okay.
The B standing for bird. And it was going to have, instead of the bomb compartments, 450-gallon water tanks.
I thought they were going to use salt.
No.
Darn it.
So apparently there was a warehouse that there were a whole bunch of classified documents, and somebody came across them. So that's how these people know what happened.
Okay. Oh, okay. The conveniently left behind documents
Yes.
that somebody came across.
Yeah. Well, the government, they're not real great at
No.
keeping track of their top secret classified
Like alien autopsy
records.
footage.
Exactly.
They lose track of that all the time.
So, in addition to these water tanks, they also designed a complex system of radar and tracking technology that they put into the nose of the aircraft. And it was extremely advanced for its time, and it was used by the crew of the planes to track flocks of birds. And they could track them from distances as far as 200 miles away.
Wow.
Yep. They also sprayed the planes with 5 coats of jet black matte paint, and that was
Just to look cool.
Yeah, that's the main reason.
No, because they were only flying them at night, so it was for camouflage.
So they didn't have lightning bolts on the sides?
nope.
No flames even?
Nope.
Flame?
Wow.
Come
That's
on.
weird.
And they
It's
also
a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
they took off all the external lights. No lights.
Sure.
No beacons. No landing lights.
That's
nothing like that.
it's fairly dangerous night flying
Yep.
for other people.
Yep. And they did some special modification to the engines where they would be completely silent.
Anytime you have to go to technology that did not exist and still does not exist, you've got a problem with your theory.
I don't know. We have really quiet
Silent
planes.
jet engines.
In 1950.
Now we don't have silent jet engines. Nothing of the
Well,
sort.
they were silent from altitudes of 3,000 feet or higher. So they made sounds. You couldn't hear them flying overhead.
Okay.
But they made sounds when they took off and landed,
Okay. Obviously.
or if you were within 3,000 feet of them.
Okay.
So it took them 2 years to build all the planes. And when they were done, these guys were told they could go back home. And so when they left, they were intercepted and they were taken. They were put in the back of an armored troop transport vehicle,
Oh, that's ominous.
and they were taken to Vietnam.
Vietnam.
What?
To be disposed of
Why Vietnam?
because they can die and no one's going to care or notice.
Yep, they were kidnapped by the Viet Cong.
Oh, they're kidnapped. You put in quotation marks and kidnapped.
No?
Well, then why were they taken to Vietnam? To be accidentally, unexpectedly kidnapped by the Viet Cong? What was their plan?
Yeah.
Well, they were probably just dropped off there. Figured they were going to die, but they ended up getting kidnapped by the Viet Cong.
So the theory is they were taken to Vietnam, where they were then unexpectedly kidnapped by. Don't rescue their theory. Unexpectedly kidnapped by the Viet Cong. You see, there's a step missing there. What was their plan to do with them in Vietnam?
I don't know.
Apparently not to get kidnapped by the Viet Cong. Would they be useful tools? Would they tell them everything about America's dastardly plan to kill all the birds
Right.
in the first day? They're not all John McCain. They can't withstand torture. They'd fess up immediately.
I don't know. Maybe they were killed immediately. I don't know. They were never heard from again.
Of course they weren't.
So nobody knows exactly what happened.
Yes. Well, all right. So unexpected kidnap by Viet Cong. All right.
I mean, we're guessing it's unexpected. I'm assuming that the CIA didn't contact the Viet Cong and say, kidnap these guys.
That's what I'm saying. The theory should have a mechanism for that to have happened. Whether it was intentional or not, that we should know. The conspiracy theories should have that. That's another thing about a lot of conspiracy theories. They're incredibly lazy.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're making them up and you're throwing the shit out there. You don't think of everything.
Right.
So when points like that, when some asshole like me points out all the incredible illogic of the thing and the impossibilities of it, or the missing steps, then you make up something to misstep. That's how you get a bus with couches, for instance. But that's also how you get something. So conspiracy people out there on the internet, I'm going to give you this. They were intentionally handed over to the Viet Cong. In exchange, if the Viet Cong said they'd kill them right away, so they couldn't display, so they couldn't talk about the information they had, in exchange for some VC prisoners of war. So it was a win-win on both sides. That's what happened. And they had to make sure their bodies were never found.
Yeah, but this is before we were involved in the war.
Oh, what year is this?
50-something, right?
it would be like 59.
We were involved as advisors, but we had very, very few
Wait,
Did we have
personnel.
troops there?
Advisors.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See,
By
I
then.
figured there was fighting. They were having their own war.
how long did the Vietnam War last?
Very long time.
What the hell? I had no idea.
1954, the French left after Dien Bien Phu, as you know, and the South Vietnamese formed a government, and we started helping them with arms and
But
stuff
I think
like
she
that.
means when for us.
We-
right?
No, just
Oh.
in general.
Oh, okay.
Because we were involved in like the late 60s, early 70s, right?
Yes,
Yeah, that I knew.
and mid 60s and early 60s.
Like fighting?
64, 65 is when it became a big mass U.S. troops, was probably 65.
Goodness.
Damn.
Glad we missed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, interwebs. I still stand by my story. I'm helping you out. I'm trying to cover some gaps for you, and that's how you do it. There's a BC thing.
Honestly, I'm not sure why Vietnam had to be involved at all. Why they could have just killed him.
Because when the theory
Yeah.
was made up, Vietnam was a big thing by then. Not so much in 1957 or 58. When was this again? I used to ask you that.
59, it would have been.
Okay.
So, back to the B-52Bs.
Okay. I love that name, by the way.
The water tanks were actually filled with a specially formulated bird poison that once it was consumed, it would give the bird a virus. And so they didn't have to be able to hit every bird because then, you just get some of them and then they pass the virus on to each other.
Yeah. And you had to do this from high altitude.
They-
Yes,
yes.
Why?
So people
They-
didn't see it.
They sprayed it from an altitude of 8,000 feet and it was specially formulated so it would be completely dissolved before it would hit the ground.
Oh,
'Cause
that's
they
some tricky shit.
didn't
So
want to kill people.
it got to the birds, but didn't get to the people. It got to the birds. Say the bird was flying, I don't know, 20 feet above the ground. It would get to them and then dissipate enough where by that next 19 feet it was gone.
I don't know because I didn't get all the specifications of the specially formulated
Okay.
bird
But it was special.
virus.
It was, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So poison, inert by time it hits the ground.
Are
Okay.
you taking notes, Dean?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
This shit's really important.
The birds could also be affected if, it just landed on their feathers. They didn't have to actually ingest it.
Okay.
What the fuck?
It give them virus through their feathers.
Yes.
Okay.
They could
Very
get into
poison.
their bloodstream through that way.
Good thing we still have this potent medical miracle.
Maybe we do. It's probably in a top secret vial.
Probably Plum Island.
It's
In,
the
Area 51.
coronavirus, probably.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
COVID-19.
Oh, it probably does have something to do with corona.
Maybe it's the bird flu. Anyway, it would affect.
Oh, well, there's another one. This eventually gave rise to H1N1.
Yeah,
I don't care. How does it
probably.
matter?
Yeah.
That's two I've given you.
A bird landed on a pig once.
It affected their bones, and basically they would just completely decompose
Really?
very quickly.
In air before they even because we didn't find 12 billion dead birds. on the
Bird
ground.
carcasses.
Not in the air, but very shortly, like within a day.
Oh,
They would be
really?
completely decomposed.
Dust and feathers. Mm-hmm. All right.
So this operation was called Water the Country. And
Oh,
that was
God.
their secret code name. And even the pilots of the airplane, they didn't know they were poisoning birds.
No, that'd feel
They
terrible.
thought they were watering the country.
Watering the
They
country.
were yep.
Okay.
But for what? For what reason?
I
Do you
don't
need to
know.
water a country?
They wanted green lawns.
That makes no sense.
They're watering the country. It's hard to explain. They could have told them they're like maybe doing rain production or something like that. Cloud seeding, something like that. Come on.
guess.
Yeah, they could have.
Okay, that's three.
It's fucking
Change
stupid.
it because obviously it's made up. So change it to they were told they were cloud seeding. Okay?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
retrofit that. Retro was the one. I'm
Maybe
looking
I'll email them.
Yeah, retrofit.
No, retcon.
Retcon.
Retcon your conspiracy theory and make them change it to cloud seeding. And make one of the pilots found out what was happening and he broke down and cried and committed suicide because he
crashed the
loved birds.
plane, yeah.
He crashed his plane.
He loved birds.
He tried to crash
would
his
bird-
plane into the CIA
he-
headquarters. No, into the Area 51 headquarters where they're making the thing to bring a little bit of justice to the birds.
Because he would bird watch with
Yeah.
his father.
He was
And
a-
his
yes,
father's
yes,
dead now.
Yes.
So this has a lot of
Yeah, it's
sentimental
very
meaning to
meaningful,
him.
But he found out. He did his best.
Well, in the first 6 years of Operation Water the Country, they only killed 15% of the bird population.
Oh, they are slacking.
But that would be a lot of birds.
That'd be a ton of birds.
Couple billion.
And so during those first few years, they released the very first prototypes of the drone birds. They didn't call them drones at the time because the word drone.
But
had
wait.
not-
This is in the U.S. only, right? They
Yes.
only okay.
Yes.
Do
US
they know
only.
birds have wings and can fly from other countries?
We'll cover that.
Okay.
So they call them robot birds.
Okay. Well, so they're releasing the robot birds before they've killed all of the birds.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That seems really dangerous.
Because you're going to have a hybrid android organic bird
Yeah.
coming up here really quickly, I think. I feel like that's a danger.
That might be the next conspiracy theory.
Okay.
But we don't have that.
That's 5 things I've given them, at least.
So by this time, JFK is now the president.
Okay.
He doesn't know anything about it.
Now you got to keep that from him.
Only
He would tell Marilyn,
You
and she would
probably
tell everyone.
She loved
yeah,
birds.
only the original people from the CIA know about it. And they didn't even intend to tell anybody. Like I said, the pilots didn't know what they were doing. And so then in 1963, October to be exact, JFK overheard a top CIA official, didn't say if it was Dulles or not, talking about the operation because of a tapped phone line. I guess JFK was doing that shenanigans too.
Sure.
So he immediately called them into the Oval Office and demanded to know what they were talking about.
Are you guys killing all the birds?
So they explained it to him, and he told them to stop immediately or they would be fired.
Was this November 21st, 1963?
It was October 3rd. Well, he found out about it on October 3rd. So
63.
Yes,
Okay.
63.
Well, he's got to go.
So he told him to stop or he'd fire him. And they explained, why they were doing it and said, can we just show you what one of the robot birds looks like
Come on.
before you make your final decision. So on October 25th, 1963, they showed Kennedy a prototype of, this was a new one. It was called the Turkey X500. It was a robot that was specialized in killing larger birds like eagles and falcons, which is really evil.
Yeah.
And it also could do, surveillance stuff. And it could also find and track escaped criminals.
What? Why?
So it's designed to kill large birds of prey and find and track escaped criminals. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And that was one.
Busy birds.
That was one of the reasons
And it's shaped like a turkey?
that Eisenhower liked it.
Oh, the criminal part? Mm-hmm. Not the bird so much?
Well, he was on board
okay
for the
with it,
whole
yeah.
thing, yeah. Kennedy wasn't pleased
Not enough.
with the whole idea.
Okay.
So he ordered the immediate shutdown of the operation. And then, as you know, what happened
Yeah.
less than a month later.
What happened? I'm just kidding.
JFK was dead.
If it could kill birds, find and track criminals, and get him a couple of hot blondes, he would have been on board. You got they need to know their
I
audience.
was missing that one component. So, of course, this conspiracy movement is not claiming
Yes, come
that
on, go for it.
JFK's
Why would you not
assassination
claim?
was connected.
Yeah, why wouldn't you go all
Don't
in?
pull back now.
But they kind of are. Maybe they're worried.
They need to overtly say, I'm going to say right now, as I'm behind the movement. I feel like
I'm a
part of the
staunch
movement now.
believer.
Staunch believer that they absolutely had JFK killed. And you know what? I'll go so far as to say that magic bullet, that was a bird.
It was a tiny little bird.
It wasn't a bullet. It was a bird.
Yeah.
Well, they do go on. They say they're not saying they're connected, but then they go on to say
We're not saying, but we're saying.
JFK was murdered by the CIA because he was against the mass murder of every feathered flying creature in the United States.
What? How?
He had to go.
Then you said it. You were saying that.
I know.
We're not saying, but we're literally. Okay.
Every other president from Dwight D. Eisenhower on was okay with it.
Even Carter?
Even Carter.
I find that hard to
Johnson?
believe.
Maybe they didn't tell Carter.
Yeah, they had. There's no way.
I
they could tell.
am.
I have to believe they didn't
I'm
tell
positive
Carter.
that Nixon and Reagan were loved it.
Oh,
they thought it
would
was
be fine with it.
amazing,
They'd be fine
especially
with it, but
Nixon.
not Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy
Not
would have been
Jimmy.
angry.
Well, coincidentally enough, after Kennedy was killed, the CIA started rigging elections so that any future presidents would be okay with the drone birds.
That
And-
became part of the future president test. Do you mind killing all birds?
Yeah.
If they said yes, they were going to have it rigged against them.
Yep.
Probably by something to do with the post office and mail-in ballot.
Yeah. So there was a shortage in the United States of bauxite, Bauxite.
Yes, key component of aluminum.
Bauxite.
Good for you, Dean. Did you know that?
What?
Did you know that?
I just said it, so I'm going to say yes.
I mean, but okay.
But what?
Did you know that before she said it?
Yeah,
She didn't
earlier.
say it.
Earlier.
She still hasn't said it.
I said it earlier,
When?
off the record.
No, you didn't.
Okay. So Emma heard it. But so anyway, this was essential to the construction of the robot birds. So they were, I don't know, we couldn't find it. But it was in Vietnam.
They had a lot of bauxite in Vietnam.
Yes.
Yeah, they did. Everyone knows that.
So it is widely believed that the whole Gulf of Tonkin thing was faked.
Well, yeah.
And it was oh yeah, you think it was faked?
No.
Oh.
Well, yeah. Not faked, intentional. It was taken, a minor skirmish was, if anything happened, was taken advantage of.
Oh.
That's why. That's the reality. I'm not saying it's the conspiracy theory thing. You
Yeah.
tell me.
No, they're saying the whole thing was
Just
faked.
flat faked, okay.
And they faked it and then used it as an excuse for the United States to send tons of troops into Vietnam.
It's close to the truth.
Well,
That's second cousin to the truth.
because Vietnam had the third largest reserves of bauxite on the entire planet.
It's actually well known. In fact, I think their slogan at the time was "Come for the bauxite, stay for the Agent Orange," and so
Oh, Dean.
it was successful.
That's terrible.
I don't know what that other word is, and I don't think I want to
Agent
know.
Orange?
I don't know what that is. Oh, agent?
Yeah.
Oh, never
What'd you
mind.
think I
Yes.
said?
Asian.
No, God,
It's like, what's Asian
The
orange?
delicious Asian orange.
I thought.
they probably are.
Well, so anyway, that's why we sent troops there. They were actually extracting as much of the bauxite ore as possible.
The troops were in between fighting the war. They were mining.
Yes.
You know, you don't have to have the troops mine in order to be for it to be a reason. Like, we didn't go into the Persian Gulf War to have the troops drill the oil. It's, you have other people do that, and you take advantage of that, sure. But they didn't think of I'm really trying to help, guys. And
Yeah, you guys just didn't take the extra time to just think these things through just for a little bit, and it really would have been way smoother.
Can you send me your whole conspiracy theory? And I'll edit it a little bit.
You'll punch it up for
I'll
him.
punch it up for you, edit it for, and add some neat elements as I already have, and also just maybe smooth it out a little bit.
Are you guys wondering where we built and who built billions of robot birds
Area
know
51.
in
what?
the United States?
I am actually.
It's not Area 51.
I actually didn't care at all.
Surprisingly enough.
She's leaving.
They were built, because of, the 60s to the 80s, Cold War.
Yeah, crazy
We were
times.
afraid of nuclear bombs and all that kind of stuff. So it was a good excuse to build massive underground
Oh yeah.
spaces and basically call them bomb shelters. These were actually big facilities and warehouses where hundreds of workers could fit inside, and they were able to make up to 5,000 robot birds per day.
Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna give you props for that. You turned bomb shelters into mass robot bird manufacturing.
Yeah,
centers.
that's not
Well
bad.
done.
Yep. They believe there were 22 of these underground manufacturing plants, and at the peak, sometime around 1980, they were constructing 100,000 robots each day. In all
these
of them.
bomb shelters.
Yeah.
These fake bomb shelters. So when
Yep.
they had like drills and stuff like that, they just make sure to get all their equipment and
Mm-hmm.
excess robot birds out for that day, have the drills, and then go back to work the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
And they were, scattered throughout the country.
Yeah.
And so they, each shelter or whatever would specialize in birds that were in that
For that
region
area.
of the country.
Can I ask
Yes.
a question?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you build the birds in Area 51 in the mass manufacturing center you've already have existing that built all those planes?
I don't have the answer to that question. Do you?
I'm going to take some of my props away because that makes you don't need to have the bomb shelter thing. You've got this giant secret base with apparently manufacturing capability. You can just switch that from planes to birds.
Well, they had to have people do it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
probably not that many people living around Area 51.
No, well, you hire them, and you have them live near
Yeah,
like they do now.
yeah, I don't know. Well, so for example, in Colorado,
I like it. It's clever. It's just don't scratch too hard.
in Colorado, there was one near Colorado Springs that specifically built hummingbirds.
Only known in Colorado,
Well, no, but it was
like the Colorado Rocky Mountain hummingbird kind of a thing.
and hummingbirds were great for
Yeah,
surveillance because
they're
they're
perfect.
little and they can hover
yeah.
and yep.
Yeah.
So also,
Can I ask another question?
yeah,
Why would you have to kill all the birds again? You could just do hummingbirds, or just do a couple of species that are around the country, and you have plenty of.
Dulles hated birds, Dean. He wanted all of them gone.
Okay, seems greedy.
Are you also wondering where they got all the people to make
those
up
birds?
to 100,000 birds a day?
A day, yeah, I am.
And how are they all staying quiet?
Yeah.
How did they not tell everybody?
Okay.
Immigrants.
Here's
yes.
No, they weren't. They would send recruit.
Blind. They're blind. Did I get it?
How?
No.
How would that? How?
They're
Like-
blind, deaf, and dumb. Every one of them had no sense whatsoever.
No, the government would send people out to nightclubs and bars.
What the hell?
Oh, at a club called Bird Haters Anonymous, and if you joined that club, you were invited to be a manufacturer of birds.
No.
Damn it.
You're working way too hard. They'd look for people that look like they could probably assemble a robot bird.
You've got that
my
assembly look
God.
to you, brother.
And then they'd tell them that they were having a costume party on acid.
Okay.
And this was the 60s and 70s.
Said I'm in.
Everybody was doing acid.
Sure.
And
Everybody.
Nixon.
so they'd say, yeah, I'll go to your party. They
Donald
were,
Trump Jr. was on acid during his speech at the convention. Fact.
he was probably on something. I think he's always on something.
Cocaine. Always on cocaine.
Well, would be given their costume because it's a costume party, which is basically their work coveralls, and a small tab of acid, which wasn't really acid. It was just a piece of colored paper. And so then they were made to think that they were having an acid trip, but it was really
Manufacturing birds?
a ride to the bunker.
So many holes. So many holes.
Not at all.
Acid hallucinations don't manifest themselves in you making something. It manifests in like the walls are wiggly and like there's pinwheels. Everyone knows that.
Well, I don't know if
everyone knows that.
I don't know if they were continuously given fake acid,
But
Wait, that's how they got him to the bunker?
yeah,
To make
that's how they
birds?
got him to the bunker.
Okay, and then they're held in slavery to manufacture birds.
Yep.
This
They're-
is still, Emma, this is still how you make iPhones. This is still how, right to this day, Apple makes iPhones this exact same way.
They were lured with the idea of acid, or they were actually given fake acid and then
No, they're
told
given
you're
real
tripping.
acid, got on the bus, taken to the bunker, and then sobered up, and then forced to make drone birds for years.
No,
It
that's
all-
not
it
what you
hangs
just
together.
explained.
It's sure.
No, it was fake acid.
Oh, it's fake
So they
acid.
were never
Yeah,
on
it was
actual
just a piece
acid.
of colored
I'm
paper.
sorry. These are idiots because you know
acid.
when you're on a drug or not, especially a really strong drug like acid.
Maybe
Like
it's
what the fuck?
Like if you have a keg of near beer at a party and everybody's acting like they're drunk, even though they're not really drunk, maybe it was like that.
I'm sorry. No. This is the dumbest part of this whole conspiracy.
This is the dumbest
yes.
part? Okay.
Shockingly enough, that is absolutely idiotic.
Well,
Someone immediately would be like, "Hey guys, my pupils aren't dilated. I'm not. No, this is not acid." So,
So you didn't know a lot about acid.
Yeah, you do. You know more about us than I do.
Well-
that's not so.
it's not shocking. It's not shocking.
That's easy. There are
I just
small
have common
children.
sense about what hallucinogens do, and no one would be tricked to think they hallucinated putting together a fucking robot
Yeah,
bird.
that makes sense. So is that how they kept it secret? They didn't think they really were manufacturing birds?
Yep.
They thought they were having an acid trip, which they hallucinated they were making
Correct.
robot birds.
And none of these
Okay,
people
all right.
went out again to clubs and never shared a story about this weird acid trip where
Yes.
they
Yes,
no one
they
shared.
did.
Wait,
Oh,
I
they
had
did.
that
They
same
said it was a
acid
weird
trip. I
acid
had
trip.
no, but these people didn't go out and meet other people
Yeah.
that had the exact same
hundreds of
trip.
them.
Like
I don't know.
this is the fucking dumbest part of this.
So hundreds of people had the same acid trip. And,
Yeah.
Well, they never met again. Sure.
Nope. Okay. Fine.
Maybe they then dispersed them around the country and just dropped them off somewhere else. Like
It's possible.
Oh God.
let's go with that.
Yeah.
We can think of a better way for this part too. Again, send us this.
There was probably such a way simpler way to explain those workers.
Yeah, like they
Really,
were told
really-
they were making whatever cameras.
Yeah, for other countries, for fucking,
And separate people were told they're making fake birds.
Exactly.
Boom, you put them together with, I'm going to say Oompa Loompas, do that part because they will keep a secret. We know that. And that's how you get them. Otherwise, lots of people making cameras and there's lots of people making fake birds. They don't know.
Yeah.
That's no big deal.
yeah.
Okay, we're helping out again.
Okay. You guys are super
We're
helpful.
retconning that
We are.
stupid acid
Yeah.
bullshit. They just wanted to mention acid because it was the
I think
60s
so.
and 70s. That's
I
the
think so.
only. You could have snuck it in somewhere else in the story. You didn't need to do it there because that was fucking
Yes,
idiotic.
Yes. Like the first people who saw the robot birds, because inevitably people would get their hands on them.
Yeah.
More people. Then you secretly gave them acid to discredit them.
Exactly.
And they thought it was just a hallucination that they actually found gears
Yeah.
inside this hummingbird. Okay.
There.
Yeah.
Boom. We've got
That's
acid.
where
in.
the acid.
Okay. Good job, you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you want to know how this whole thing was uncovered?
Ooh, it was uncovered? Okay.
Well,
Yes.
sure, because we're
Yeah,
talking about
that's
it
true. Yeah, but we're going to be killed for this.
now. When the Vietnam War was ending and, all the troops were coming home, the Operation Water the Country was handed over to somebody, and the new head of the CIA, William Colby. You heard of him?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't. And now the president is Gerald Ford. And everybody who worked on the original Operation Water the Country was relieved of their duties. And it was now changed
killed.
into Operation Very Large Bird.
They are the
What?
worst. Come on, Operation Spanish Mongoose. Don't very large bird. That's
That's
terrible.
stupid.
Because I think now they were trying to, kill all the large birds or something. I'm not sure. It had been more than 10 years, and they had only managed to replace 26% of the bird population with robots.
At least they're keeping a good count.
So they weren't doing a real good job.
This is done in 1974 or so.
Around 75, yeah.
Okay.
And so Colby wanted to do a better job than Dulles had.
Yeah.
So he wanted to hire more men and women who would get the job done faster.
Not on acid.
Yes. But this was not good because he managed to turn one of the men that got fired into a whistleblower. And so he decided to go out and start telling people, we don't know who this man is.
Nope. He's a hero.
Yep. He's just they call him the master.
He was a 1970s Q.
So late November, he found a young guy in San Francisco
Okay. Just where is this story going?
who, no, he was like a activist.
Okay.
He was outspoken, about Vietnam and stuff like that.
And birds.
So he thought, oh, he's an activist. He likes to try to bring publicity to bad things the government is doing. So he thought Vietnam is ending. This guy Clark is going to need a new cause. I'm going to go tell him about the birds. So he did. Clark Griffin is his name.
Oh.
And he knew, he wanted someone young and smart and all that kind of stuff with a lot of energy.
Yeah,
You need to
the
be really
story
spunky.
Seems like a side story, but okay.
Well, so he told Clark all about the whole Operation Water the Country, and this was the beginnings of the Birds Aren't Real movement.
In the mid 70s.
Yep.
Okay. He wanted somebody who was young, energetic, spunky, and open to threesomes. And he found him in
He
Clark
found
Griffin.
him.
Well, Griffin was absolutely shocked,
Okay.
but he wasn't surprised. And so he started, going on street corners and telling people. And it became kind of a movement. And they wanted to, talk to politicians and stuff like that. And no politicians would talk to them. And they did in what year? Where was it? Like only after a few months, they had a rally in Washington, D.C. There were over 2,000 people there.
An anti-bird killing rally that we 100% historically know didn't happen.
Nope. Well, how do you know? You know of every rally that was ever held in Washington, D.C.?
People do. Those things are tracked. A 2,000 person rally would draw attention. if it happened, we'd know about it. We don't. It didn't happen. We also know there wasn't somebody in 1970, San Francisco, yelling about Bird, that this conspiracy was made up much, much, much later than that. Just don't, have it be found out somewhere close to when you first tell the story. Don't try to pretend something happened that didn't happen. What are you, Donald Trump? Just be a little more realistic than that. You can't sit there and rewrite history as if it happened from the 1970s forward when it didn't happen.
Dean, they cover up everything.
You can't cover that up.
Well, anyway, they were a lot of college students, which is typically how these things happen.
Always.
And I'll tell you, the Secret Service was ordered to confiscate any film taken of this rally, and so that it couldn't be aired on TV or anything. So there are no pictures or video.
1, 2, 3, 4. Stop killing the birds. That was being chanted, so they couldn't let that out.
Yeah, exactly.
So thankfully, did they then kill all of those 2,000 protesters because they never ever talked
No,
about
but what
it
are they
again?
going to do?
Have another rally and this time protect the film.
Well, they did. Let me see what this says.
Tell every media thing. I mean, Jesus.
So they did try to release an advertisement during the 1987 Super Bowl, but the government stepped in.
So suddenly they got $500,000 laying around.
The government confiscated the advertisement, and they said that it was going to compromise national security. And then the FBI raided the offices of the Birds Aren't Real movement, and everything was given to, because they had documents and stuff like that. Everything was confiscated and taken to a top secret location. And they continued to hold rallies until 1991 when Clark Griffin disappeared.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Yes.
So
Nobody has seen or heard from him since.
So they let him shout it from the rooftops for like 16 years until they disappeared him. That was patient. That showed a lot of patience by the CIA.
And so nothing much happened. That kind of shut everything down. So nothing happened between 91 and 2017. So that's when
This was invented.
Birds Aren't Real got a hold of everything and decided to make it public.
Okay.
Donald Trump
Believes this theory.
Absolutely does.
Yep. But he has tried to keep them quiet, but with the internet
Thank
and
God.
all that kind of stuff.
The internet just invented in 2017. Thank God. No one thought to do anything before 2017. Maybe 2000, 2005, 2010, 2015. No.
Well, people, you got to live your life. You got stuff to do.
Clark Griffin was dead, so the other
Yeah.
people just went to a shell.
Yeah.
Forgot their...
Well, wouldn't you be worried? Wouldn't you be afraid that you were going to be next?
Wouldn't you anonymously put it on to every bulletin board in the 90s?
IP addresses,
Yes, you
man.
would. That's other conspiracy theorists have done that, where they just try to force, fake history like that, rather than just doing the obvious and have it be kept secret until 2017 when he made it up / revealed it.
Well, I'm going to address your issue of birds flying in and out of the country.
Okay.
Yes, they can, but especially now,
We've got a bubble.
No, but our computers and stuff is more sophisticated, and so they're programmed to stay in the United States.
No, I'm talking about other birds repopulate the United States with real birds. Aren't all birds right now robots, right?
No,
Oh,
because
I thought you
remember
said they were.
No, they weren't able. Did I say that?
No.
You said that early on.
No,
Well,
she didn't.
You may have said that to me privately, but you said all birds are robots.
I mean, it is well
big.
because remember they weren't able to
Yeah.
kill all of them.
Okay.
So
About 74% of birds are robots?
but they actually the birds aren't real. People do go around saying all birds are not real. So
Well, hence why.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm
which
admitting
is
to the
it?
contradiction. I don't
Which
know.
is it? Is it all birds or is it most birds? Or is it some birds?
Well,
There's two.
it
There's
can't
two
be all
things being
birds.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say both, but it can't be all birds because some birds do make it here. But why do you think Donald Trump wanted to build a wall?
Oh, to stop the birds that can fly.
They were going to have technology in the wall that would shoot real birds, that would kill real birds with microwaves.
That's yeah. And thankfully, there are no birds in Canada.
Thankfully. Thank
So
God.
they couldn't possibly fly from Canada here because
No.
we're lucky. Or in the around the oceans.
Or really, yeah.
All coast is just Texas and
This-
Mexico is the only place birds have ever come from. Have been over 130 miles in the Texas-Mexican border, which, by the way, also is only 5 of those miles are actually new wall. 125 of the 130 miles of wall that Trump has built is just to replace existing barriers. So an extra
Yeah.
5 miles stops all birds from getting into the country. It holds together.
Well, it was his plan. I don't think it was completely executed.
No, it wasn't.
But also,
But Steve Bannon was trying to help out.
yeah, yeah.
Did this whole no birds thing include Puerto Rico?
It's an odd question.
Whoa.
Guam and the Marianas Islands.
Yeah.
Why Puerto Rico?
Because
It's part of
they're part of the United States.
Yeah.
But,
Just
no one built a wall around
he's
them.
trying to give away Puerto Rico for Greenland, so probably not.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
I imagine Trump.
He's
He's
trying to
trying
trade
to
Puerto,
take
he wants to trade
Greenland?
Puerto Rico for Greenland.
Yeah,
That's okay. Yeah, okay. Why?
that
What the
seems
fuck?
like a dumb thing that would be in
That
this.
would be
Yeah.
a stupid
Conspiracy.
conspiracy
But that's
theory,
real?
But it's
But it's
actually
real.
true.
Yeah,
I had not heard that. Wow.
He asked about it.
yeah.
Stupid. That's
Yeah,
really
well.
stupid.
So the birds are, for the most part, programmed not to like fly into Mexico and Canada, but sometimes they are
They
programmed
malfunction.
to fly into Mexico.
Yeah, you
For-
think we'd have all over this? Well, not Russia anymore, because now obviously Trump wants Russia to be able to spy on us, and we don't spy on them. But like China,
Well,
France.
you want to know why they program them to go get drugs, and
To get the cocaines.
For
because you know,
Donald Jr. to have for
well,
convention
you know,
speeches.
this is the evil CIA and stuff, and they're to
So they're still importing cocaine like they did during Vietnam? Okay.
Yep. And
Why would they
you know,
stop?
I don't know. So, and the reason why they bring the drugs over is basically they want to get, especially like lower income people. I was making fun of me. Hooked on drugs, you could be more complacent and,
Whoa, yeah. We all
Just
know
bringing
that.
everything in.
Yep.
That's not fake. That's real. They
No,
actually did
it's
that.
not.
I know.
Yes, it is real.
Also,
Okay.
they
But
if
officially it's not.
they could keep tabs on U.S. citizens who go on vacation.
The birds do? So everybody who goes on vacation has a bird with them and doesn't know about it? Or
Yeah,
does
they
know
have
about it?
an assigned bird. We all have
Well,
a bird
probably
assigned to
not
us.
everyone, but
Why does that bird
you
keep
know.
following me?
Okay, I might sound crazy, but has the same bird been flying over us this whole time?
It's a blue hummingbird. And how do blue hummingbirds even? They don't.
They're not here. They're not.
I don't
Pretty
understand.
interesting, isn't it?
That is interesting.
Did you guys know actually that the reason COVID-19 was invented was so we could, and so we all had to stay in our houses so they could switch out the birds. That's why. So everyone's out of the streets so they could switch out the
Makes
birds.
sense.
That's why.
During
Yeah.
the quarantine that Carrie hates so much
Yep.
because she wants people to die from COVID, apparently.
She wants you to leave your house.
They switched out a bunch of the birds. Okay.
that's why.
All right.
No. Well,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Carrie.
This I yeah.
Carrie,
it is.
everybody has to
I
make
know.
up. If they can make shit up,
everyone. No,
we can make shit
I
up.
know, but the birds aren't real people have addressed this theory. And
But we've already proven we're way better at
and it
conspiracy
wasn't-
than they are.
it wasn't that they were switching out the birds, that they were switching out batteries, replacing the
Well,
batteries.
yeah, that's
Well, we're on
the
the same
thing.
team
Yeah.
here.
But no, because how ridiculous would it be for them to be battery operated? They're rechargeable.
Oh, and they land, and they land on telephone wires, which are electrified.
Exactly.
That's why we're
What, seriously?
right.
Yes.
That's why
Oh,
we're
sweet.
correct. That's
You
why we're
always
right.
see birds on
That's why
electric
they're
lines.
charging.
Yes, they're
Oh,
charging.
this
But
is
that's
good
why
now.
we're right and they're wrong. Yeah, they are being switched out, but they're just newer models. Not batteries. Nothing to do with batteries.
Well, why do people have to be in
No,
quarantine
we like the
for
battery
that
thing.
to
I like the
happen?
battery thing. I like the charging thing.
They just
I'm
want
with them
less.
on that one.
We're smarter now. Got camera phones,
Well,
so we got to be away just in case. We're
Well,
not as
the
much easier to get away with stuff. In
the
the
official
60s and
response
70s.
from the Birds Aren't Real movement is COVID-19 is serious. Wear your mask.
So
Social
they'll
distance.
bullshit us only so far. When it comes real, they go, you know
COVID-19.
what?
Okay,
Yes.
guys, we're not going to be
We're not
those
gonna
type
be
of people.
Total out. We're going to make up a ridiculous conspiracy theory and try to foist it on the world, but we're just fucking
Yes.
with you. We're not great at it. We had a lot of holes. We put it together really fast. We messed up in a few places. We admit that. Thankfully, the World War podcast helped us out. This is what they're going to say here shortly. But we don't want to get people killed wearing masks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
So here's the thing about
But
whether.
you know what? I respect the hell out of them for that.
I do. I appreciate that. Birds
Okay,
aren't
so
real people.
here's the answer to your question. If it's 100% of the birds,
Okay.
no, it's around 95%.
Oh,
That's
not
a
bad.
lot, though.
That's still a lot
Yes.
of birds. There's those lucky 5% of real birds out there. So every time a bird dies and is, handled or found by people, that was just one of those 5% of real birds.
Well, it could be, but the robot birds really do look and feel like real birds.
Oh, they're that good.
Yes.
Of
Okay,
course they are.
gotcha.
It's
They
a
are
U.S.
that good.
government.
So you have to so every time our cat kills a bird, it's not a robot bird because we've seen inside those birds. And luckily, he doesn't kill birds much anymore. He's getting older. He's a little chubby.
He's a lot
But
chubby.
back in his day,
He's a
he
chunk
killed
boy.
quite a few birds.
He did. Yeah, he did.
We got and just if you hate us right now, we did get the bell, but it didn't work. He's so good that even with the bell, he still was able to kill some
Yeah.
birds.
Yeah. He hasn't killed that many birds.
It's
in
been a
his
long
But he
Yeah.
brings it to us as a present.
As a gift.
He says, "Here
the
for you
family.
guys.
He's
You're
providing
welcome."
for us.
It's his love language.
It is.
Yeah. So anyway, that's about it.
Well, I believe it 100%,
95%.
and I am a part of this group now.
I believe it,
both of us
95%.
are.
Well, the head guy. You want to know his name?
Sure.
His name is Birdman.
Shoot, man.
That's what he makes everyone call him.
You Birdman? Yeah. And instead of shaking hands, he goes, "Wah!" and like, puts his
just goes,
wings out.
20-year-old Peter McIndoe.
He's my age.
Mackindo, and
Oh.
you
Yes.
haven't made up a bullshit theory yet. Nice.
I'm working on
Slack.
it. I'll
You
work
better.
on it. I'll work on it.
He's
I got a
probably
few
little
ones
bit-
cooking.
He's probably a little bit older than that now. I don't know when
Well,
this article was
2017
written.
maybe.
No, my conspiracy is that every single celebrity death is not like they didn't die for like of natural causes or what they
They're
say.
all murdered?
All murdered by Hollywood or the government for some reason. Every last one.
Really?
Not a single celebrity that
Really?
has died has.
Work on that.
Okay.
You need to have a good theory for every single celebrity.
I
death.
can. Oh, 100%.
And get some theories in the can so when they die you can do like the same day.
I can do that.
Because that's ghoulish and awful. If you say anything about Chadwick Boseman right now, I am going
No,
to hate you and
no.
start to cry.
I'll cry too. That one really hurt.
That did.
Him, no. He's a saint.
They aren't joking. They really will.
It's devastating. This is
It's
still new for us.
devastating.
I don't know when this is being aired now, but
It just
a
happened.
couple
No,
days ago.
last night.
Ugh, it's
That's
terrible.
when we found
It's
out.
horrible.
I think he
Yeah.
died yesterday morning.
Well, Peter McIndoe,
Yes.
I'm going to take your minds off of your,
Okay, thank
your
you.
grief. He was a college student at University of Memphis in Tennessee.
He's from the South.
Yep.
No shock there.
So he started it there.
Makes no sense.
And then he realized there are cities bigger than Memphis.
That
And-
was his first realization was
Yeah.
at the age of 20 that there are cities bigger than Memphis.
They had a big,
I'm worried for you, Peter.
they did a big billboard in Memphis.
I ain't never heard of New York City.
I have never heard of Los Angeles.
He took it to Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. That's
And
cool.
for a month, July 15th to August 15th on Cahuenga Boulevard, they had a big.
You never say Coenga Boulevard.
Cahuenga. Well, then spell it right, Los Angelinos. But he, big old Birds Aren't Real
Did he
billboard
really?
in L.A. Yeah,
Okay.
must cost a pretty penny.
Yeah. Yeah. It also cost a phrase from the 40s, but go ahead.
And so anyway, you can follow him on Twitter.
I'm not going
and
to,
they
but-
have a YouTube channel.
I'm absolutely
and on
going to.
Instagram, and they, of course, they have
All that
a
shit. They have a
website.
TikTok.
They have a TikTok, really?
I'm
And
sure.
I bet
they
they They've got a MySpace.
what was I
They've
gonna
got
say?
a WhatsApp. I don't know.
there are different chapters around the country.
Really?
Yes.
It's going to become a religion. It's as reasonable as Scientology. So why not?
Yeah, and they got a real bump. I don't know when it was, when some journalist in Chicago came across a little flyer somewhere tacked up on a window or a building or something that birds aren't real, and tweeted it,
Really?
took a picture and tweeted it to all of his followers. So
Who's going to be their Tom Cruise? I'm going to go for Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling. One of the Ryans is going to be their Tom Cruise, and they're going to blow up.
yeah,
Probably.
And then they'll get who's going to be their John Travolta? No, you're not going to help me out.
I'm sorry, what?
Never mind.
John Travolta? I don't know.
You know, like the second big one, the second best.
Him? I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably get back to you on that.
I'd have to come up with somebody I don't like, and that's basically Tom Cruise.
That's
I could see him.
well, you know, if
Jumping
Tom
on
Cruise
the
and John
bandwagon.
Travolta left Scientology to become
Bird people.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Bird
Oh, yeah.
truthers, they're called.
I would respect them much more.
I would. Bird truthers, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what do
Wow.
you guys think? Do you think birds aren't real?
Absolutely. I think I probably have never seen a real bird in my
You
life.
have to have an open mind at the very least. You have to be
What
open-minded
about the
about
birds in zoos?
it. You know, those are real.
Those
are
birds?
5%.
Okay.
Most of them, not all of them.
Yeah, I don't
Because you know,
New
as-
theory. Every animal in every zoo isn't real.
Okay, I like that. I like
And
that.
they're
Robot panda.
they're no every single.
Robot
I mean,
lemur.
those animals are real. You know, those are actual species that exist. But
Right.
every
Yes,
zoo
Yes.
is just to all the animals are there
like
to
it.
just
I like
record
it.
human behavior and
Yes.
spectating
Yes.
and to see why to try to dissect why humans like to look at things in cages and just kind of like
okay. All right.
understand
that's
the like
preferable to them being actual animals.
Actually,
it
yeah.
probably is actually. Again, though, as because the conspiracy theory types and the people who believe in these things, they, you know, if you're a quote unquote skeptic and you
Right.
just resist and you reject something out of hand, that means you're closed minded. So we can't do that. So we should all have an open mind about birds aren't real by their logic. So
Right.
we have to be open minded about it. Otherwise, we're closed minded. So
Correct.
we have to entertain that the possibility that birds aren't real is real.
Yeah.
And so
If-
I'm going to do that.
I have learned anything from my 20 years on this planet is that if you think it's too crazy, like there's nothing that's too crazy to be real because there's shit that's actually been real in this world that just you'd think would never happen.
Like Donald Trump being elected president.
Exactly. You'd think before he was elected, we thought that would never happen. There's no way that would happen.
Yeah, it was a
The-
documentary. It was by Mike Judge, and it was called Idiocracy, and it pretty much has come true.
Yeah.
But The Simpsons
Oh,
made
yeah.
Donald Trump president because it was so
But The
unfathomable and
Simpsons
ridiculous.
also had him die, so I'm like, they haven't been wrong yet. So I'm really hoping that he's gonna die
I think
soon.
they have been wrong on a few things, but
Well, yeah, people aren't yellow, so they were wrong on that.
And
Yeah.
people usually have more fingers than they do.
Usually, and they don't have tall, 3 foot tall fucking blue hair.
yeah.
So,
I can't believe you didn't address bird poop.
how about bird poop? Is that the waste from the robots?
No, it's actually tracking. If
What?
If a bird, birds always poop on cars, right? That's how the government is tracking your car.
How? Okay,
They also
okay.
poop
There's
on the
tracking
fucking
devices in the
floor.
poop.
Yes.
Got it. Makes sense.
Very
It's
sophisticated
completely
technology.
technologically possible. How about birds killing and eating live animals, which we have seen in person happen? Are those the real birds?
I would get that'd be my guess,
The
right?
robot birds aren't like programmed to fake kill other
Maybe they
animals
are.
and birds and rabbits and things like that.
Maybe
Okay.
they do.
They might. They
Yeah.
might. Just to make for that verisimilitude, they make their birds act like actual birds.
Yeah.
I like it because there's 95%. That leaves just a few that could
Yeah.
do these real things.
Yep. And
What
if
else have
you-
we not thought of
I don't know.
besides bird poop?
Eggs?
Eggs. Eggs. Who's laying all those eggs?
I don't know.
Are those eggs also listening devices?
Probably.
I haven't seen it addressed. So I'm not sure about the eggs.
Okay, we'll think of something.
I
We'll think
might-
of something. Peter,
I
and help you
wonder
out
if
again.
Peter is like honestly just fucking with everyone.
I am one. That's what I'm 100% sure
Like,
of is he's just fucking.
He's
with people.
just fucking with you, or if he's like actually like eye twitch, like no, this is real, or if he's
I don't think
just.
so. Although then again, he didn't know there were bigger cities than Memphis until he was
So-
20. So that's worrisome.
He doesn't break character.
Yeah.
So I've seen,
You do Stephen Colbert, so.
yeah, and I've heard, well, yes, he does.
He's just pulling a Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
Like this is just his art project.
Yeah.
You know what this is?
What?
This is his way of making some money because there's all kinds of birds aren't real merch on his
Is
website.
there?
Yep.
Okay, Peter.
Shit, I might-
Stickers and
We know you come from
T-shirts
now.
and yeah,
Okay.
and it's just silly enough
yeah.
that somebody who doesn't believe in it is going to buy a birds aren't real t-shirt, but
And someone who does believe in
Yeah.
it. Carrie, a man walked into a pizza place with a gun.
I know.
Because he believed in Pizzagate. So there's someone out there who will believe anything.
So I believe, and I'm obviously not alone in this, I think he's actually a pretty smart guy, and he is trying to make fun of QAnon and
Yes, I bet he is.
stupid conspiracies to say, look at how dumb you people are believing these ridiculous conspiracies.
Pizzagate.
Yes.
True.
It's very funny. The whole Pizzagate and like the Wayfair conspiracy
Oh, yeah.
theories and stuff have just like disappeared off of like Twitter and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's remnants of Pizzagate still, but like especially Wayfair, like no one fucking talks because that was debunked immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't going to have staying power.
It was so easily
Yes.
debunked and so easily shown that this isn't real. Like there were people there's certain women whose names were the names of the missing
Yeah.
people,
Oh.
and they came forward and they're like, I haven't been missing for 6 years. Like I'm not a missing
Yeah.
person anymore.
But birds aren't real. That's that's one of those things. that
Exactly.
You can't. We can disprove it through obviously just common
Yes.
sense
Yes.
and logic and poke all the holes we want, but still, they're
You
gonna say,
can't
but
actually.
yeah.
Because that's the thing. You go on the website, and there are other details that I didn't talk about that are just so ridiculous
Yeah.
and he's writing this, he's putting it on the website. This is the history of what happened. And so most people know that the CIA doesn't do surveillance on American citizens, and
I think a lot of people think they do. I think most people do think they do that.
CIA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most
probably.
people don't realize they can't do anything on U.S. soil.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he's taking advantage of our
Yeah.
gullibility.
But all somebody has to do is do a quick Google search.
Yeah. On your Facebook experience, Carrie, how many people do the quick Google search just to realize the bullshit they're spreading isn't real?
I
I'd say
firmly
1 in
believe
100.
I'm the only one who does,
You're not, but you're probably pretty close.
at least of my friend. No, I know.
Your friend said maybe.
No, I have a few friends that I'm pretty sure they would do it too.
But most don't.
Yes, and it's infuriating.
Yes. Well, thank you, Carrie. Anything else to add about the birds aren't real? Because they're not.
No, that's 100% it. Oh, yeah. I would like to say I had a pet bird as a kid.
Oh, okay. All the millions and millions and millions and millions of pet
Yeah.
birds, how does that work?
I'm pretty sure Winky was real.
Winky. First of all, it's
Winky.
Winky.
Yeah.
But still, okay, that's the only...
Rest in peace.
That's... Real birds are pet birds. And then 5% actually flying around. So all real birds have to be pet birds. I'm
I
assuming.
think he would say that they're drones.
You'd kind of have
And
to. Oh, the pet birds are drones?
Sure.
Really?
What better way to surveil
Wow,
American
that's-
citizens than
I
planting
suppose.
a device right in their home?
Okay. How about
I'm,
rats?
I'm sure the CIA got lots of real good info from my bedroom in sixth
Now
grade.
you're getting creepy. Now you're getting a little creepy. You were a small child.
Nothing creepy was going on in my room.
I hope not. Okay. Thank you, Carrie.
Fabulous.
You're welcome.
Great conspiracy theory. Emma and I are pretty much on board with it.
Yeah.
Good.
So appreciate it. Thank you for bringing that into our lives.
Now I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
A birds aren't real T-shirt.
Yep.
Thank you.
That would be fucking
I
hilarious.
pretty
actually.
appreciate it.
I want one too.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Tell them where they can find us.
We were part of it.
WeirdWorldPodcast at gmail.com. Other versions of Weird World Podcast. I'm not even going to say Twitter anymore.
Shut up.
Because Dad doesn't do it.
Yep. And that's all.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Until next time. Bye. That's going to come out of my salary. See ya. See ya.